Happy Learning Day, dear students! Welcome to Ep1 TV. I'm your teacher, Franny, Teacher Rami. Get ready to enjoy learning and studying English right at the comfort of your home. Come with me as we discover and conquer the world of Grade 8 English. So come on, get your pen, paper, and self-learning module and let's start to learn and to love English. Have you ever come across a word that is unfamiliar to you, but you don't have your handy-dandy dictionary or any online resources where you can look for the meaning of the word? Let's take a look at this sentence. As a writer, Dr. Jose Rizal used several pseudonyms so as not to reveal his real identity. What is the word in the sentence that seems to be unfamiliar? Yes! As a writer, Dr. Jose Rizal used several pseudonyms so as not to reveal his real identity. Now, what do you think is the meaning of the word pseudonyms as used in the sentence? Let's see. Among these three choices, nickname, pen name, and screen name, which do you think has the closest meaning to the word pseudonym? If you answered pen name, then you got it right. Now let's have another one. We should always be prudent in what we say so as not to hurt the feelings of others. Which word in the sentence is quite unfamiliar to you? Prudent seemed quite unfamiliar, right? What do you think is its closest meaning? The correct answer is careful. How did you know the answers? What words helped you identify the meanings of those unfamiliar words? The words not to reveal helped you identify the meaning of pseudonyms in sentence number 1, while the words not to hurt helped you identify the meaning of prudent in sentence number 2. They served as clues or hints in order to understand the meaning of unfamiliar words in the sentences. Oftentimes, we encounter words that we actually never heard of. But you don't have to worry because you can still be able to decipher or know the meaning of that word with the help of context clues.
What happens when you happen to read or encounter a fairly new word? How do you know what it actually means? You don't have a dictionary with you. Will you just let it pass without even trying to know what it is? Is there a way to find out, or do you think that there aren't any to know what the unfamiliar word actually means?
Yeah.
Alas, there is a way. Context clues are helpful hints. Yeah.
So what are context clues? Context clues are hints found within a sentence, paragraph, or passage that the reader can use to understand the meaning of new or unfamiliar words. Let's listen this time to a poem that will teach you how to get the meaning of unfamiliar words through context without using any references. Get ready because you are in for a ride. Context Clues by Maribel Azote Cabalan Puco. Tick tock, I am stuck. How can I unlock? How can I unlock? When unfamiliar words are the ones that block. Strategize, vocabulary-wise. Familiarize, the words that arise. Hints here, signals there, clues are everywhere. Categorize, conceptualize, and then contextualize. Context clues are the ones that guide. What can you say about the poem? It was a good one, right? Do you find difficulty in understanding the poem? If that's the case, let us answer Activity 2, letter A, in your module. List down the words in the poem that are new to you. For sure, some of you may have listed down a different set of words compared to others, and that is fine, because one's enrichment in vocabulary varies from another. But nonetheless, I'm confident that you have managed to try to understand the meaning of these words because you already know about context clues, and that is our goal for this short activity. This time, let us try to put into practice choosing the meaning of unfamiliar words through context clues. So get your pen, paper, and self-learning module and let us answer assessment activity on page 16 and 17. Identify the meaning of the underlined words. Write the letter of your answer on your paper. Number 1. All medical practitioners, including the Army and police forces, are our frontliners in this pandemic. They are the ones leading in the fight against the COVID-19 disease. The underlined word is frontliners, and here are your choices. Letter A, followers. Letter B, leaders. Letter C, observers. And letter D, participants. Number 2, COVID-19, like Spanish influenza, is an ailment that strictly requires home quarantine and physical distancing. The underlined word is COVID-19. And here are your choices. Letter A, curse. Letter B, disaster. Letter C, disease. And letter D, plague. Number 3. The effects of the COVID-19 pandemic can be seen worldwide. The underlined word is pandemic. And here are your choices. Letter A, circumstance. Letter B, epidemic. Letter C, predicament. And letter D, situation. Number 4. According to the President, face-to-face conduct of classes is not allowed until a vaccine is available. The underlined word is vaccine. And here are your choices. Letter A, cure. Letter B, immunization. Letter C, medicine. And letter D, vitamin. Number 5. The conventional conduct of classes in school is suspended due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This method will be substituted with other learning modalities. The underlined word is conventional. Here are your choices. Letter A, common. Letter B, conservative. Letter C, modern. Letter D, seasonal. Number 6. Online and modular classes are some of the modalities that the Department of Education will offer for this school year to avoid hampering the education of learners. The underlined word is hampering. And here are your choices. Letter A, continuing. Letter B, delaying. Letter C, frustrating. And letter D, resuming. Number 7. We should keep ourselves healthy by always washing our hands, eating nutritious food, taking vitamins, exercising regularly, and drinking plenty of water. Your underlined word is healthy. And here are your choices. Letter A, clean. Letter B, fresh. Letter C, safe. And letter D, strong. Number 8. Police officers are very conspicuous. We can see them in checkpoints. The underlined word is conspicuous. And here are your choices. Letter A, distinct. Letter B, evident. Letter C, hidden. And letter D, visible. Number 9. Teachers are known for being loquacious. They love to talk about ideas. The underlined word is loquacious. And here are your choices. Letter A, communicative. Letter B, reserved. Letter C, restrained. And letter D, silent. Number 10. The Education Week celebration was spearheaded by the English Language Department. The underlined word is spearheaded. And here are your choices. Letter A, introduced. Letter B, led. Letter C, originated. And letter D, participated. Number 11. Serenity is one of the important traits a person should possess, especially during difficult and stressful times. The underlined word is serenity. And here are your choices. Letter A, anxiety. Letter B, confusion. Letter C, imagination. And letter D, tranquility. Number 12. Friendship among teenagers is complicated. Sometimes, they get along well with each other and are happy, but there are also times when they have misunderstandings and disagreements. The underlined word is complicated. And here are your choices. Letter A, challenging. Letter B, difficult. Letter C, tedious. And letter D, demanding. Number 13. It was a frigid night despite being the summer season. The underlined word is frigid. Here are your choices. Letter A, very cold. Letter B, very cozy. Letter C, very hot. Letter D, very warm. Number 14. Matthew is a rambunctious child who always injures himself and is warned for being naughty. The underlined word is rambunctious. And here are your choices. Letter A, humble. Letter B, refined. Letter C, shy. Letter D, unruly. And the last one, number 15. Snakes, sharks, and crocodiles are common predators of smaller animals. The underlined word is predators. And here are your choices. Letter A, prey. Letter B, herbivores. Letter C, hunters. And letter D, victims. Are you excited to check your answers? Number 1. The correct answer is letter B, leaders. Number 2. The correct answer is letter C, disease. Number 3. The correct answer is letter B, epidemic. Number 4. The correct answer is letter B, immunization. Number 5. The correct answer is letter A, common. Number 6. The correct answer is letter B, delaying. Number 7. The correct answer is letter D, strong. Number 8. The correct answer is letter D, visible. Number 9. The correct answer is letter A, communicative. Number 10. The correct answer is letter B, led. Number 11. The correct answer is letter D, tranquility. Number 12. The correct answer is letter B, difficult. Number 13. The correct answer is letter A, very cold. Number 14. The correct answer is letter D, unruly. And number 15. The correct answer is letter C, hunters. See, you were able to still know the meaning of the word just by the context clues or the helpful hints embedded within the sentence without using any dictionary and without even trying to search for its meaning. Now that you have an idea on what a context clue is and how you can actually make use of it, let us start discussing the different types of context clues. The first type of context clue is the definition clue. It is when the unfamiliar word is defined in a sentence. For example, a treasure hunter is a person who searches for treasures from sunken ships and ancient tombs to obtain valuable relics and artifacts. The unfamiliar word in the sentence is treasure hunter, and its definition is a person who searches for treasures. Synonym clue. This occurs when a similar word is placed in the same sentence to know the meaning of the unfamiliar word. For example, it is common for Filipinos to feel compassion or pity for the suffering of their fellow men. The unfamiliar word in the sentence is compassion, and its synonym is pity. Antonym clue. This occurs when an opposite word is placed in the same sentence. For example, among the siblings of thin body structure, Isabel is the only one who is portly. The unfamiliar word in the sentence is portly, and its antonym is thin. Next is comparison clue. An unknown word is compared to a more familiar word and uses signals such as similar to, also, like, as, in the same way, likewise, and resembling. For example, the stench of the garbage was like the smell of a rotten fish. The unfamiliar word in the sentence is stench, and this word's meaning is being compared to a rotten fish. Example clue. This occurs when samples are provided in the sentence to understand the meaning of the unfamiliar word. For example, in ancient times, some of our forefathers believed in amulets, such as pearl of the crocodile, pearl of the axe, bullet necklace, and bag of herbs to protect them from harm. The unfamiliar word in the sentence is amulet, and the examples given are pearl of the crocodile, pearl of the axe, bullet necklace, and bag of herbs. Explanation clue. A description is given to understand the meaning of the unfamiliar word. For example, Matthew had few infractions of the house rules that he should not have done as a responsible son. The unfamiliar word in the sentence is infractions, and the description is the house rules that he should not have done as a responsible son. Cause-effect clue. This is when the meaning of the difficult word depends on the cause-effect relationship of other words as expressed in the sentence. For example, since only a few follow the wearing of face masks, it was made mandatory by the government. The unfamiliar word in the sentence is mandatory, and it is part of the effect, in which the cause is only a few follow the wearing of face masks. Next is list or series clue. To understand the meaning of the unknown word, it is included in a series of words given in a sentence. For example, after the program, the rubbish left were souvenir programs, flyers, leaflets, plastic bottles, and food wrappings. The unfamiliar word is rubbish, and the list or series of clues are souvenir programs, flyers, leaflets, plastic bottles, food wrappings. And finally, we have the inference clue. To understand the meaning of the unknown word, one has to make a guess based on the description given in the sentence. For example, when one shows belligerence, harsh words, disruptive actions, and offensive behaviors can be observed. The unfamiliar word is belligerence, and the descriptions given are harsh words, disruptive actions, and offensive behaviors. I hope that you are now sanguine in reading and figuring out the meaning of unfamiliar words even without your handy-dandy dictionary or any online resources because you now know about context clues. I just said one, and I know you figured it out. As an additional exercise, answer this in your self-learning module. That's it! Make sure to always stay tuned to Ep1 TV and have a journey with me in Grade 8 English where you will have fun and interesting learning experience that will not just feed your mind but will also nurture your love for English. Again, this is Teacher Rami, your Frenny, saying, don't fret, cause learning English is not a threat. Instead, it is our gateway to learn and understand more about the world.